Thank you for taking the time to meet me.
Of course. I'll do anything I can to help.
You said you have something for me?
I do.
So now we'll find out if Julian Jerome is really Sam's father.
Nothing wrong, boss?
Well, you were right. I am playing a dangerous game.
There's a part of me that really wants to know who Sam's father is, and there's another part of me that dreads finding out because I don't want to know that I procreated with yet another mobster.
That would be quite a coincidence, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. Look, Julian Jerome went to a college that was in the same town as the bar that I met Sam's father. I also understand that he was there around the same time that I met Sam's father, and really, how many Julians are there?
Well, it's also a rare enough name, though, to merit further investigation.
So you don't think I'm overreacting?
I brought something for you. It's a photograph of Julian Jerome when I knew him. Do you remember him? Is that Sam's father?
Thanks to Lavery, Alexis is beginning to figure out that the boy who got her pregnant when she was a teenager was Julian Jerome.
Yeah, but she doesn't think you're Julian Jerome. She thinks he's dead and you're Derek Wells. That's what everybody thinks.
Yeah, but Alexis Davis strikes me as an extremely intelligent woman, and she's got a hell of a reputation as an attorney. So if she and Lavery keep digging, they may just discover that rumors of my death were greatly exaggerated. And that's going to change everything. For both of us.
But whatever happens.
Well, don't you sound confident.
I knew there was a risk that when you hired Lavery, you'd be exposed.
But that's why I hired him. You see, I can't wait to see the look on Duke's face when he finds out who I really am. But, can't happen yet. You see, when the truth comes out, it's got to be on my terms, not on Lavery's or Alexis's. So this has to stay between us.
Is that Sam's father?
I don't know. He doesn't look like the guy that I remembered, but I didn't remember much because I was tanked in the backseat of a car.
Well, is it even possible that it could be him?
Anything's possible. I want to find out one way or the other, because if Julian Jerome isn't the guy that got me pregnant, then there's some Julian running around there somewhere, and someday Sam and I might want to find him. I just wish that I could find out if Julian Jerome is Sam's father or isn't Sam's father.
Well, actually, there is a way.
I prove that Julian Jerome is or isn't Sam's father.
You could run a DNA test.
On a dead man? What do we do, dig him up?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to imply you compare Sam's DNA with Julian.
So who are we going to test?
His son.
Had a son?
Yes, he did. His name is Lucas Jones.
Jones is Bobby Spencer's son. Isn't Tony Jones the father?
Well, Lucas was adopted. His mother was a woman named Cheryl Stansbury, and his father was Julian Jerome. Well, it's not common knowledge. In fact, Julian didn't know he had a son when he died.
Julian Jerome is Sam's father, then Lucas Jones is Sam's half-brother, which means Sam has a sibling on her father's side.
Well, if you can get Lucas to consent to a DNA test, then you'll know for certain whether Sam's father is the mobster, Julian Jerome.
Carly, you're just the person I'm looking for. Do you have a minute? I need to ask you a question about Lucas.
Lucas, my brother? Why do you want to talk about Lucas?
Well, it's not really Lucas I want to talk about. It's his father.
Okay, and now you really have me phoned. What do you want to know about Tony?
Not Tony. His biological father. Julian Jerome.
Know that the identity of my brother's biological father was public knowledge.
Well, it wasn't. I just found out recently.
There was a whole custody situation when Lucas was a baby. Julian died long before the adoption was finalized, and given who he was, I'm pretty sure my mother and my brother don't want this advertised.
I assure you that's not my intention.
Then what is your intention? Because I can see that it's none of your business, so what does it matter?
Here's the thing. Years ago...
How many?
Many. I had sex with a man in New Hampshire named Julian. I didn't know that, or him at the time.
You didn't know his name? That is scandalous.
Because all of your sexual encounters are pillars of
Oh, we're not talking about me. We're talking about
Do
you.
you want me to finish?
Yes, yes.
Good.
Drink.
Thank you. I'm trying to find out if that Julian may be Julian Jerome.
Why would you think that was even possible?
Because Julian Jerome was in New Hampshire going to college at the same time.
That's it. That could just be a coincidence.
Maybe, but I still want some answers.
I don't understand what this has to do with Lucas.
If my hunch is correct, Julian Jerome may be Sam's father, too.
Are you...
Saying that Sam and Lucas could be half brother and
This
sister?
couldn't be farther from confirmed. This is
So if he and
total
I
speculation at this
are
point.
brother and sister, that makes Sam and me...
Nothing. You're nothing.
Oh, thank God.
Good. I'm so glad you're relieved.
No, Sam's great. I mean, we've been getting along better than ever, but
Good.
sisters, that'd be
Yeah.
a little weird.
Anyway, why I'm here, I have a request.
What is it?
Do you think that you could ask Lucas to take a DNA test? That way I could find out if the Julian I made the baby with is really Julian Jerome.
If you want Lucas's DNA so badly, why don't you call him and ask him yourself?
Because I barely know the boy. Man, I mean, he's a man now,
Oh, I
right?
know you don't have to remind me.
Look, I just thought that he would be more receptive if it came from you.
It's a lot to ask. You know, I mean, digging into someone's personal history like that, I'm not sure how much Lucas knows about his biological parents.
Listen, I know that it's a sensitive issue. How would you feel about running it by Bobby? Ask your mom.
Okay. You know, I'll think about it. But not tonight, because tonight I have a date. Oh, and here he is now.